Out of all the crazy stories that I heard, the one in which a fan of Queen Elizabeth II managed to sneak into her private rooms, passing one of the craziest security systems ever, is probably my favorite story. The best thing about it is that he even managed to leave on his own foot without anyone forcing him to leave or even stopping him in the first place. I'm Marky Mark, and it's story time. Okay, so the protagonist of this story, Michael Fagan, had not received any military training or wasn't a Secret Service spy like James Bond or anything, but simply a 32-year-old unemployed decorator who felt a very deep admiration for Queen Elizabeth II. He said that his intention was never to steal or attack anyone, but he wanted to know who she was and wanted to connect with her. Well, up to here, everything seems normal, right? Creepy stalker kinda normal, but still normal. I mean, at least it was normal for him that he thought sneaking into the Queen's bedroom and having a dialogue with her would be fine. So as if he was a young lover or something, he climbed a 14-high-foot wall with spikes and barbed wires right to the room number 151 where the maid was reading quietly. Of course, when she saw a man entering the room, she was shocked and ran for help, but when the security came, they found no one there. You know where he was? Out looking for WC. He passed many rooms with different names on them, like Diana's room, but he was unable to find the one room he was looking for, so he peed on the corgi food. Once he was done, he went to Charles's room and poured himself some cheap Californian wine. By this point, I'm thinking to myself, how did this guy not get caught? If it were me, I would be in jail already. Enjoying his time there with a glass of wine, he tried a few thrones and sat there on a chair looking at the Queen's art with his feet up on the table. He was literally sitting right there waiting for someone to come and catch him, which did not happen, so he decided that it was time for him to walk out himself. The whole story is just super funny to me. So yeah, he found a door in the garden and climbed over the wall and walked out. You know what he did next? He came back and repeated the same pattern later, but this time he got lucky enough and out of all 775 rooms, he landed exactly in the Queen's bedroom. Fagan opened the curtains close to the bed, which freaked out the Queen, but surprisingly, the Queen stayed calm and just pressed the alarm bell. Funny thing is that no one heard anything, so no one helped to rush. It is the Queen we are talking about, people. Don't they have like an around-the-clock system or anything? Apparently not. So back to our own story. The Queen, of course, did not know the man who had appeared at the front of her bed. Shaken with fear, she ran out of the room to find someone who would help her, saying, "I'm looking for someone in a minute." Apparently, the Queen's cry for help finally answered, and soon 2 people came and arrested him. Later, there was a trial to find out if he had stolen the wine or not. Are you kidding me? I mean, from this story on, my whole opinion about this British hospitality changed. They probably replaced the wine after all the drama was done and replaced it with a cheaper one for the next intruder. The security chief of the royal house resigned after this crazy event, but the Queen said that she had nothing to do with it, and we take her word for it. That's so creepy and cute both at the same time. I don't know what I would do if I were the Queen. What about you guys? Have you ever had an intruder in your house? What do you think about the way the Queen handled the intruder? Tell me about it in the comments, and remember to become part of our Curious Sips family by subscribing to our channel. Until next time.